When it comes to manifestation, belief is so important. If you don't truly believe that you can have what you want, then you are never going to be able to achieve it. But sometimes believing too hard can come with its own set of consequences. And today I'm going to talk about one of the mindset traps that might be keeping you from actually achieving what you want. So if you want to find out what the problem might be with believing too hard, then be sure to keep watching. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I'm a spiritual life and business coach, and you have found my YouTube channel. Welcome aboard. I'm so excited to have you here today. This is where I create 2 new videos every week, all about combining mindset and manifestation together so that you can get the best results ever and in turn go out there and create your best life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, and I'm pretty sure it does, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Currently, I am offering 6 months business coaching sessions. If you are interested in growing your spiritual online business, whether that's a coach or a healing business, then be sure to come over and check that out. I would love to be your mentor in this beautiful game here, teach you all about the mindset and marketing and strategy that you need to get started on becoming a boss and putting your unique message into the world. So if you want to know more about that, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. Other than that, if you want to keep up with me on the daily, then be sure to come on over to Instagram. That is where I post daily updates and videos almost every day, where I'm talking to the camera and telling you something new and interesting to think about. So be sure to come over there and follow me. I'd love to see you there. So today we are talking about belief and the importance of belief, but also about how belief can sometimes go wrong. So I just wrote an Instagram post about this, and I was inspired to come on and talk a little bit more about this, to share this story with you, and to outline one of the pitfalls that I personally have experienced so that you can avoid the same thing. So as I said at the top of the video, belief is so important. You cannot create something in your world unless you believe in it. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. Sometimes you can definitely create things that you don't believe in, but most of the time, belief is required. And what that really means is that for most of us, when it comes to actually achieving what we want, there is something inside of us that isn't really so sure that we should have it. And that really usually is the result of a low self-worth issue. And we really think that, you know, we're defective in some way, or that we can't have something for some reason, or there's something wrong with us. Those are all things that are going to come back and get in the way of you having what you want. So it's really important to understand how important belief is. It is really crucial for you to work on your belief and to do the extra work of going in, looking at your self-worth, looking at your limiting beliefs, and reprogramming all of that stuff so that you can have what you want. Today, I wanted to talk about a cautionary tale when it comes to belief, because some of us are really good at imagining things in our brain, and that can become a liability in some cases. So what am I talking about here? Okay, here is an example that used to happen to me, so I'm going to share it with you. And maybe this is a different situation in your world, but maybe you can still relate to what I'm saying. So when I first started calling myself a coach, and I started to put myself out there as a coach online, in case you don't know my story, when I first started the Aligned Life, I did not think I was a coach. I thought I was a designer who wanted to talk about law of attraction. And eventually over time, I realized that actually I was a coach, and I wanted to just help people improve their lives and to go after their dreams. So when I first started to call myself a coach, it was kind of weird and kind of awkward, but I thought I was doing a good job. I thought I was believing really hard. I thought I was, you know, all I had to do is put myself out there as a coach, and that people were going to start coming up and buying my coaching packages. Let me tell you guys, that is not actually what worked. And I was really confused about this for a long time. And now that I've done a little bit more work in this area, a lot more work in this area, I've come to realize what was happening. So back then I was like, yes, I'm a coach now. Yes, I'm going to have clients. Yes, this is what I want to do. And I really thought that I believed in it. And I would think about, you know, what that would feel like and what my coaching clients would be like and how great it would be to be a success. but I wasn't following it through. So what was happening is that in my mind, I was thinking, well, I'm already a coach, so the client should be coming at any moment now, right? Of course they're gonna come. But I wasn't actually doing the work. I wasn't actually, doing the things, showing up on camera, changing my social media presence, changing my sales pages, changing everything in order to be that person. So what it really felt like from my perspective back then was that I was so close. Like I was already doing the work and I was already believing in myself. But the thing is, I wasn't really believing enough. I mean, I was believing enough, but I wasn't really believing enough because I kind of just thought it would magically happen. And I wouldn't have articulated it like that at the time, but it just seemed like it was so close. It seemed like the next logical thing should be people coming to find me, right? But I wasn't changing my behavior, and that's really the key part that I want you to be aware of. If you're just thinking about something and you're thinking about the end result and you're not doing anything differently, then don't be surprised if nothing changes. As I always say on here, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So for me to decide that I was a coach and to decide that I wanted clients and to decide that I wanted to do that and to think about doing that and to feel into that in my mind, that's a great start. But I thought that was enough. I thought thinking about that was enough. I thought daydreaming about that was enough, and it was not enough. I was missing the place where I go from just thinking about it to becoming it. And this is where you might be going sideways as well. If you think about something, it can seem so close. It can seem so real. It can seem like it is coming to you today. But again, if you're looking at your actions and you're realizing that you aren't doing anything differently, you are posting the exact same kind of post that you were last week and the week before, you're showing up in the same way, you're not selling your services, you're not talking about what you do, you're not doing that stuff, then of course things aren't actually going to change, right? You need to actually show up differently. You need to change your energy on every level. And this is the part that I always talk about on this channel, is that manifestation and feeling good is a good start, but you need to change your whole vibe, and your vibe includes your actions. If your actions are staying exactly the same and you're just thinking about something more, you aren't really aligning with your goal. You are just thinking about aligning with your goal. You're not even deciding it. You're not stepping into it. You're not doing the mindset work around it. You're not changing your identity. You're not doing the work. So I can tell you from back then, it felt very frustrating because I felt like, well, I'm doing everything right. Why isn't anything happening? And it took me a while to figure out that I was missing a key part of it. It took me a while to figure out that I needed to actually change things in the strategy end, change things in the human world, change things on the 3D realm, as well as thinking about that. And this is where it got a little bit weird for me, because I thought just thinking about it and daydreaming about it would be enough. And it really wasn't enough. So this is my warning video for all of you daydreaming types, and for all of you people that love to live in your mind, that all of you that love the dreaming process. Do not get stuck there. Do not think that that's enough. Do not think that that's manifesting. Do not think that this is going to change everything. You need more than ever to start to do the backwards engineering thing. You need to think about who you need to be. You need to think about the identity you want to embody, and you need to backwards engineer how you get there. So when you think about that person, you need to take the extra step and be like, well, what does this person do? Me as a successful coach, what do I do? How do I sound? How do I show up? What's different? Think about that and then start to do that. Because again, if you just think, oh, it's already happening, my clients are coming at any moment, then you're going to be disappointed and the clients aren't going to be coming. Unfortunately, you're just not diving in. You're not actually doing the work. You're not actually manifesting. You're just daydreaming. So even if you don't have a spiritual online business, even if you're thinking about money or relationships or health or whatever it is that you're working on, I want you to be really honest with yourself. Starting right now, after you watch this video, be really honest. Are you actually manifesting? Are you actually trying to do the work? Are you actually doing the mindset stuff? Are you actually changing your actions? Or are you just thinking about how nice it would be? There's a very big difference between the two things. And of course, I don't want you to waste any more time stuck in dreamland, because, dreaming is great. Dreaming is the genesis. Dreaming is how it all begins. But it's never going to be as satisfying as the real thing. And if you really want something, and if your soul really wants it, and I'm pretty sure that it does if you are watching this video, you owe it to yourself and to your whole spiritual potential as a person here on this planet to do the work and go all in and to actually make that change. So the way I look at it is, if you have a desire, you have a roadmap, you have a problem to solve. There is something for you to do. There's a lesson for you to learn. There is a direction for you to grow in, and it is up to you to do that. Manifesting is not about spiritual bypassing, which is just, snapping your fingers and getting to where you want to go. You need to do the work. The work is actually the most important thing. The thing that you want is less important than the work it takes to get there. That means changing your actions, changing your beliefs, doing all that stuff. And I know maybe that doesn't sound as magical as some other manifestation teachers will tell you manifestation is, but this is what's actually going to change for you. You can go watch those other channels, and like I know you probably have been before, and to continue to come up with no results, or you can do the work. It is entirely up to you. And I believe it is way more fun to play in this conscious field and to actually get stuff done than it is to just get stuck in daydreaming mode. So please don't get stuck in daydreaming mode. I got my eye on you. I challenge you to rise to this occasion, because if you can dream it, you deserve it. So let's go out there and claim our desires, my friends. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here today. I sincerely appreciate you spending time in your busy week hanging out here with little old me. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to watch more, catch the latest one right here. If you want to learn more, come on over to the site. I have a free money manifestation game for you to play over there. And other than that, have an amazing week. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.